Mason Felipe, you're in your second season of IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge racing. You're second in the championship. This year you're driving the 98 car with Michael Lewis. You've led 37 laps this season, 34 of which you led at VIR. Talk about your season so far.
I mean, it's been a great season. The Brian Herd Autosport team really has our Hyundai Veloster and TCR cars just doing so well on the track and in the pits and everything like that. And VIR was such a great race for Michael and I, and he did such a good job saving fuel to get us to that pit stop. And then from there, we really got a good launch off into the rest of the race. That was probably the highlight of the season so far for us. And then also Sebring was really good as well, and definitely looking forward to it here at Road Atlanta and kind of the rest of the season. I just love being back at the track after such a long break.
You've had 3 podiums and 1 11th place finish. Your average is 4.5 because of that 11th place finish. Which track would you redo? Which race would you redo if you could?
I definitely would redo that 11th place finish where we had kind of an issue with the car, and Road America wasn't the best race for us, but we're still there fighting for the championship, and it's going to be a good season.
What do you think was the highlight of the season? What was your best moment?
My best moment was definitely crossing the line at VIR. I mean, it's such a long race, and there was so much strategy going into it, and it felt really good to get that win there at VIR.
So when you look at VIR and Sebring and Daytona, where did you have to dig the deepest to get your best performance?
So for me personally, it was probably VIR where I had to dig the deepest to get the best performance. We had an Audi and a Honda on our tail, and just that Hyundai Veloster and TCR car does so well through those tight corners and the high-speed corners too. It felt so good, and we really got to dig deep and get going.
So last year you finished second in the championship, second to Michael and Mark, who were driving the 98 car. Right now you're running second. What do you think has been the biggest confidence builder for you, or what's the biggest difference for you this year?
This year's my second year with Brian Herd Autosport, so it's a huge confidence builder just to know everyone on the team and really know the car a lot more, and also know kind of all the drivers too, and so get to learn a lot from them, as well as just kind of develop those skills that we got to learn last year.
And how similar are your and Michael's driving skill, to the lines you take and the fit in the car? How similar are you as co-drivers?
As co-drivers, we really gel really well. Our driver changes are really fast, and we kind of like almost the exact same car, so it really helps us in kind of just on and off track, and kind of in the pit stops, and also when we want the high speed, we need to tighten up a little bit or loosen up a little bit. We both kind of always agree on that, and so it's really great to be driving with Michael Lewis this year.
Tell us something that you think everyone should know or may be surprised to know about Michael Lewis.
This year during quarantine, Michael Lewis was actually building sim rigs for a bunch of people during quarantine to get their sim racing going, and so I thought that was really, really cool of him to kind of take that opportunity of us not racing to go and build sims for other people.
And speaking of sims, you were really active in the iRacing and in the team's Forza challenge that we did. Are you still racing?
Michael and I still jump on iRacing together. We like to have a lot of fun. I think he really pushed me to get better at sim racing, and during quarantine we got to work with each other and work with Justin, one of our engineers too, and Mark and Harry and everyone to get faster on the sim, so it was a lot of fun.
Which track are you the most looking forward to for the remainder of the season?
For the remainder of the season, I'm really looking forward to Laguna Seca, which is my home track in the whole scheme of tracks this year, and I think that's going to be a really good race for us. Michael and I are both from California. We've got that Team Avocado representing.
And it just so happens to be sponsored by Hyundai.
Yeah, so looking forward to that.
This is an important race for you.
Yeah.
And what track do you think is going to be the most challenging for the Veloster or for your driving style?
So I think we already passed it, which was Daytona, which is just a lot of really, really high speed, where some of the other cars are a little bit faster in the straight line, but our Hyundai Veloster and TCR car are so good at the corners and braking and basically everywhere that we can really do well at all these other tracks.
Good luck for the season ahead.
Thank you.